you know, you could see the potential with the program. You know, Tracy had a vision where she wanted to go with it.
Since I've been here, we've been ranked in the top 25 ever since. So I was like, you know what, like we're right there. We're knocking on the doorstep of being like a really great team and a really like dominant program.
We couldn't believe what had just happened, and we were just talking about it. If we were to relive one day, it would be that one.
The last like 5 minutes of the game, I was playing left mid, and the whole time Tracy was like, back and in the middle, back in the middle. So I'm just like playing defense. I'm like, oh my God, like 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes.
My mom played at William & Mary, so obviously she was like, Maddie, you're going to play field hockey. And it's funny because I actually really hated the sport at first. I thought it was too slow. You know, we played on grass, and I was like, I just want to run. I don't want to play this sport. She did make me stick with it, and I'm glad she did, because I can really say I enjoy it now, and it's, you know, afforded me a lot of really great opportunities, and I wouldn't really be who I am today without it.
Thanks for coming, everybody. We couldn't be more excited to be traveling to Ann Arbor this weekend. We're ready to go. We've had a few good practices, and we can't wait to get on their field tomorrow, get a good practice in, and obviously play a great team like Harvard on Friday.
Go Cats!
I was sitting in our kitchen. I live with a couple of girls on the team, so it was me, Sophie, Anna, and Abby, and we were sitting down in the kitchen just saying we could actually win this. Like, we're not going just to play in the Final Four, we're going to win. And we knew the competition that was going and knew who we were and who we were defining ourselves as going into that weekend. So I'll never forget the conversation and the excitement that we felt. And it was almost like, we could win this, but we can't get too excited about it, but we can do it.
Going to our first Final Four in like, what, 27 years, I think it was. Obviously, just the energy was electric.
Yeah!
We're like we're 2 games away from winning a national championship. That's insane.
I think we were shocked a little bit when Michigan lost to Harvard. And so we were like, okay, like going into this is Harvard. We never played them before, like don't really know what to expect.
We had known that they were a really tough defensive team and that they like to pack the circle. It's hard to score on them. And then, like, we scored pretty early. They scored again right after.
Roth inserts. It's down, the shot of the way, score it! Marin Zeidel puts it in for Northwestern. Pierce, deflected, it's in! 1-1. Harvard comes right back to tie it. Like our first semifinal matchup, went to overtime. It's going to happen here again in the second one. We need extra time to find out who is moving on to the championship game.
We always look at each other before overtime. We're like, this is the best team. Like, this is the best overtime team. Like, I think we can take on anybody. Let's just do it one more time.
Took us to the second OT for Liberty to knock off Maryland in semifinal game number 1. What does it take here in game number 2?
Once we got to overtime, I'll remember when Maddie got the corner and everyone looked at Benta and was like, we all knew the game was over.
She's got to keep it low.
Mockers. Oh, she scores it! And Northwestern is heading to the championship game.
Benta made it look so easy when she scored, and I was like, that was exactly what needed to happen. That was perfect.
There's a lot of like videos of it and everything, but can't really describe what that felt like.
One, let's go! Not yet. Not yet. We're almost there. Later that night, I was with my roommate and best friend Peyton, and we just looked at each other and we were like, "No way, we're playing the Natty tomorrow, like on Sunday. Like, there's no way that's real." We came in our freshman year and we were like, we could definitely compete for a Big Ten title. We can compete for a Natty. So just to like be with her that night after beating Harvard was so awesome. The overall vibe, at least for me, was this is like just another game.
Obviously, there's some nerves going into that, but we did have Clara and Maddie who had competed in the national championship a couple years prior. And so their advice to us was, you know, we have to maintain our composure, our style of play. We're not playing down to them, you know, don't let them get in our heads before the game even starts.
I want to say I'm so happy to be here with you guys. I could cry because I love you guys so much and I'm ready to fight for you guys on the field. It's 60 minutes. We need to fight the whole time. We need to want it more. And don't look back in 15 years and say we could have gave it more. Let's leave it all out on the field.
They played once earlier this year, back on September 7th at Liberty. It was a 4-3 Northwestern win.
Starting out, the first 7 minutes, I was quite terrified, and I think it was everybody was a little terrified.
Right off the bat here, Liberty putting some pressure on.
First quarter and first half, not our best hockey. That's not our best Wildcat hockey.
Excellent play. Now again a save. Rebound. What a job by Northwestern.
But we went into halftime, went into the locker room. We just were like, we're okay. Like, yeah, that was a tough half of hockey. We didn't play very well, but we didn't give up any goals. So we're okay right now. Like, let's just go back out. Let's keep playing. Let's push.
Marshall to insert. Players reposition. Seidel shoots, and it's a goal. Northwestern's on the board first in the national championship game.
The right side of her stick, too. That just one-handed play. And getting it on the flat side of the stick for the goal.
Marshall's fourth goal of the season. Basquet, 15 seconds remaining in the third. Northwestern still attacking. Here they go, Maddie Zimmer. Zimmer in the circle, takes a hit, shoots and scores! Northwestern with 6.3 seconds in the third. It's 2-0.
Play all these 15 minutes, Kat. You deserve this.
I just looked up at the scoreboard and I was like, there's no way. Like, there's no way this is actually happening. We're up by 2.
I remember watching the clock count down from 10, and just, it's something that you always dream of as a little kid.
I remember hearing Maddie yell at me, turn around, defend. I was like, I'm celebrating.
It's over, and Northwestern wins their first ever field hockey national championship.
Just like very emotional, like I couldn't stop crying, but I also was like, oh my God, and just like hugging everybody and then going over to see the parents. That was really emotional. I'm like getting emotional talking about it.
2-0, the final score. Northwestern wins it over Liberty for the national championship here today at the University of Michigan.
You know, you don't really believe that you've done it It was just definitely really surreal.
It was just an incredible experience, and just being able to do it with 28 of my best friends was something special.
I love you. Oh my gosh.
All the hard work that you've done, all the sacrifices you've made, all the sacrifices your parents made, it's just like very surreal. Like, wow, like this is worth it.
Thanks so much,
right,
Coach.
thanks,
Congratulations.
Woo!
Tracy Fuchs, the head coach for Northwestern, one of the greatest players all time in the game, and now as a head coach, can say she's won a national championship as well.
The pressure was just all off of us. We had done exactly what we set out to do.
It was a complete and total team effort, and you know, we're always going to be bonded by that, and I'm always going to have that connection with those girls, you know, for the rest of our lives, and it's just a really exciting thing.